I'm Gil. This is Burkland Gardens. Today we're going to look at some pines that out of a collection from Western Evergreen nursery in Oregon. But first I wanted to show you the results of what we talked about last week. This bed had been prepped out for the bark, and I put a few more plants into it. We defined the edge more clearly, and it's a deep edge, and we will line trim this from time to time to keep a nice clean look to it. So we also did it on the other side, so that is going to frame in the nursery, and I have plants in other areas of the nursery as well. So there'll be some other changes, and we'll talk about them in other videos. But so follow along, and we're going to go back this way to an area where I have an area full of different types of pines. So we're going to be talking about this group of pines today. I just purchased these from Western Evergreen from Jason Hupp down in Silverton, Oregon. And what I did is I purchased what he calls the Woodland Gems collection. And he has those in 1 gallon, 3 gallon, 5 gallon, and 10 gallon, I believe. So, and I bought the 1 gallon plants, and then I shifted them up to this 2 gallon size right here. So Jason picks these out for me. I don't have, they're not ones that I order, which I do have done that in the past. And I get 33 different plants, 3 of each, and one of them I get 4. So to round it up to 100. You can buy them in groups of 30, 60, or 100. And I'm just, really happy with the quality and the size and everything that I got this year. So let's talk about, I got pines, spruces, firs, true cedar, cedrus, giant sequoias as well. So let's see what we got. These were just potted up literally 1 month ago. I got them on March 7th, and we're just about April 10th or 11th right now. And so these have started to grab. They're not fully rooted in yet, but you can see that the pot is, the roots are grabbing, and these will be fully rooted in by this summer, certainly by this fall. So let's talk about this little gem. This is a tree that's a lot like green penguin because it has that similar foliage, but it's gold. And it's going to be a little more globose than green penguin, meaning it's not going to grow as tall. Green penguin's tall and slender. But in the wintertime, it's can be quite gold. So it's a nice addition for winter interest in the garden. So I'm going to bring this one forward. It's a Japanese white pine called Fukai or Fukai. I call it Fukai. It's an upright growing Japanese white pine, Pinus parviflora. It has variegated needles, and there's, it's a bit of a blue, little bit of yellow, and then there's even some white going on in there. So really a nice. They prune. You can prune these well. These candles are just starting to elongate now. If you want to keep it smaller, you can candle prune these, and I'm going to do this one right here because it's just break it off like that. It's very tender this time of the year. Usually wait another week or so. Just try to even these out. And then pruning as well, and you can clean the needles out on these. So just a really nice pine with a little bit of movement in it that just is kind of nice. So here's a tree that I don't know a whole lot about. I know about Japanese black pines, Pinus thunbergii. But so this one's called Thundercloud, Whiskey Hill Thundercloud, and so it appears to be. I was trying to find more information on it. Fairly new introduction, but going to be more dwarf, more shrub-like is what I think it's going to be. It shows a little bit of a variation in needle as far as color, but I'm not sure that that's just in this one plant, or it's just a green color as the regular Japanese black pines are. So I'm going to move a couple other things. Well, I can't remember if this came, this did come from Jason last year at Western. Louis, an upright eastern white pine with a gold needle. The thing about the eastern white pines, they have very soft needles, and it'll just be a nice gold addition. They prune very, very nicely, and meaning that you can keep it more. It can be a fairly large tree, at least a small to medium size, but you may want to, if you had this, want to do some pruning. They do take shearing, but you might get some browning on needles if you did shear it. So that's the disadvantage of shearing those. Probably one of my most popular plants that it's hard to keep them in inventory and keep them stocked. Another eastern white pine called Mini Twist. Just the color is outstanding. It's a blue-green, got a little bit of white going on in it. It's going to be shrub-like. The needles have a definite twist to them. So just, I just notice customers, as soon as they see this, it's like they gravitate to it. And so, but 10-year height would be something like 2 by 2. And then, but they will with age get bigger than that. So let's grab a couple others off the ground right here and bring them up to the table. I'm going to pick up a few things here. I'll mention that I was moving trees around yesterday. I've had some shoulder issues in the past, like an impingement, I believe it, but it's somewhat painful just trying to stabilize it and doing some exercises and a little bit of massage work with massager. So anyway, so this one is sea urchin, another eastern white pine that's low and globose. The trick to these, they're blue, green in color, is to keep the old needles cleaned out of them. You can see this kind of thing here. Don't let that accumulate. Put that down there for mulch right now, but you can just, get rid of it, but just brush them out. That's something, just create airflow in there so that's beneficial to the tree to have air movement throughout the tree like that, because these can get really congested with needles over time. So just once or twice a year, just something to do. So you can see the buds are fairly small. It's going to be shrub-like and globose, rounded habit. Another like the Mini Twist is just a great color, and my customers really like this one as well. Here's something that's a little bit, this is not new to me. I've known about this, but very slow growing. This is Pinus strobiformis. They're native to California in the mountainous areas. So it's the western white pine, southwestern white pine. So California and I think it grows in a few other areas down in the southwest as well. But Loma Linda is just upright growing, slow growing, very dense. Again, keeping them cleaned out. It's another 5-needle pine. So, and it'll be, for the small landscape, it works quite well. So we'll grab a couple more trees. Here's another gold mugo pine called Lairhide. It has a little bit of burn on the tips of the needles, just mainly at the end of the season. Some new growth's coming out really nice, and it's a nice bright, might even be a little bit brighter than Karsten's Winter Gold. And a couple others. We've got a tree that gets a little bit bigger, a little more medium size, maybe small to medium. Blue clovers, the tree that Jason discovered and named for his daughter. Her nickname is Clovers. And here's a Japanese red pine. This one is quite popular. The color of the needle is light green, almost has a little bit of a yellow tinge to it. It's going to be low. Give it a little bit of space as far as on the ground, but it prunes nicely if you want to control it. So that's another popular one. So I ended up with a lot of different things, but not large quantities. This is another, this is an Austrian black pine called Green Tower. These can be a little bit brittle as far as, you just be careful when you're handling them, but grows very slowly and narrow, and the color is really outstanding. So, that's my group of pines, and we're going to go through the firs will be in another video, the spruces in another video. We'll do this, the cedars to true cedars, and I might put the larches in with that video as well. And we're doing some other walks around the nursery. There's some larger plants to talk about. I'm adding a little bit of color, trying to spruce things up a little bit for this year and next year. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you on the next one.